Hi guys, I'm just digitally talking to my moderators over here. It's nice to see you. I'm just going to give it a second for people to come into the room. So if you can see me and hear me, just let me know. Pop a message in the chat. Hopefully you can. The chat's over there on my screen, so that's why I'm pointing to it. Guys, thank you so much for coming. Hopefully you will be sending me a message any moment. It would be lovely if you did. Awesome, Hannah, Farah, awesome. Okay, ladies, you got to tell me where you are, okay? I know that it's a good evening to people out in Australia. I know it's a good morning to people in America and a good afternoon to people in my neck of the woods. Rebecca, awesome. Thank you, Martha. I'm so glad you guys can hear me. So tell me where you are right now in the world. As I'm always astounded, there's always people from all over the place. Antigua, Guatemala, Barbados, so awesome. UK, Spain, shout out to Tanya in the UK, Carol, can hear me, Malta, Trey from Malta, hello, Australia, yay, London, UK, awesome. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. Somebody from Epsom, London, NZ4, somebody was very specific there. US, awesome. Curacao, Scotland, Wisconsin. Awesome. Thank you so much. Megan from Wisconsin. She's on my team. Tuscany. Oh, lovely. In Italy, Australia. This is so awesome, guys. I'm so honored to have you here, all you guys here from all over the world. It's so amazing to see you. I'm just going to give it like one more minute and then I'm going to go into the presentation, which I know you've all come here for and I know you're all waiting for, and I'm super excited to share this with you. This webinar is really something I would say quite new for me because I created this concept of one sourcing, which I'm going to share with you last year. It sort of started developing more in the beginning of the last year, and I did a launch for this one sourcing system last year. I started telling more VAs about it. They started getting really intrigued about it. I started working with more and more one sourcing clients, and the results that I've had from this have just been phenomenal, not just for the clients with growing their business, but also for the VAs as well. So I've managed to whittle down some of the really, really key points of what one sourcing is and how it can help business owners and VAs grow their business. So what I'm hoping to do today is kind of share all that good stuff with you. I'm also going to be injecting a little video. I'm going to be showing you some evidence of how this works and things like that. It's going to be awesome. So I hope everyone is okay. It sounds like everyone can hear me. Jenny, I'm excited that you're here too, my darling, from Australia. You lovely people. Indiana, Scotland, Poland, Malta and Tuscany. Wow. All I can say is, guys, thank you so much. What's going to happen is I'm going to go into a formal presentation because I think it's easier for you guys to follow sometimes on the screen as well. And then I'm going to do the presentation for you. And then at the end, I'm going to come back here as me. And I'm going to do a Q&A with you guys. So anything that you want to ask me about business development from standpoint of a client working with a VA, or if you're a VA and you want to look at this from the standpoint of a VA, ask me anything. I'm here for you today. So without further ado, I've given it a few minutes. So lovely to see so many of you here. I think I'm going to start the presentation now, guys. Okay. So thank you so much, and I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be a bit trippy now because it's going to go into my kind of share screen. Okay, hopefully. I know that you guys can see me. Guys, so if you can see this presentation and you can still hear me, hopefully, just leave me a message in the chat so I know. Please. Can you guys still see and hear me? Not see me, but guys, if you can see the presentation, I can get started. Awesome. Yes, we're all good. So good. Awesome. Cindy, Hannah, thank you. Rebecca, everybody. I love you guys. Okay, so What we're going to discuss today, I'm going to take you through an experience of basically unlimited growth potential in your online business, so you can hit your income and lifestyle goals rapidly and without the headaches that come from running it all on your own. And on this 60-minute webinar, you'll discover how OneSourcing is changing the world of outsourcing and why taking advantage of this business operations principle could save or make you a great deal of time and money. And like I say, this is something I've been developing definitely over the last 12 years since I kind of joined the VA industry, but really accelerating this over the last couple of years. So today you will discover how to get incredible people to support your business who actually help you achieve real results, plus a 3-step formula for creating a solid online business operations plan. There's so many ways to do a business plan in the online world these days. There are people who have formulas and funnels and steps and things like that. This is my signature, I guess. The OneSourcing operations plan is my signature. And I basically want to hand that over to you today about how I put this together. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Michelle Dale, and I just want to share with you 3 things so we can do a quick introduction if you've not seen or heard of me before. I joined the VA industry in 2005 from a desire to have personal and professional freedom. And I created a multi-6-figure virtual assistant business from scratch. I did this while I was living in 7 countries. So I basically did a lot of different mobile basing and moved from country to country. I did a lot of traveling in between as well. And along the way, I had 3 kids in 3 different countries. So I'm a true digital nomad, and I am a true believer in building a VA business around a lifestyle choice, whether that is to be at home with family or to travel or anything that you want to do. I'm the creator of OneSourcing, which is an alternative virtual assistant business model. And I currently hire a team of over 20 virtual assistants to help service my clients. And I help clients to achieve personal and financial freedom via their online business. What you're going to learn today is how to grow your online team effortlessly without those headaches that come from sourcing and managing a team of disconnected people all in different roles doing different things. You'll also learn the one thing you must have in your business to really supercharge your ability to succeed. And that's actually not what you might think it is. And experience from me a kind of live walkthrough where I go through applying a simple 3-step formula to easily build an operations plan for your online business today. So you'll also learn how to gauge the level of support you need in your business. You know, there's different levels of support that we can go into when we're starting an online business. So I'm going to help you kind of figure out where you need to be at. We're also going to look at where to focus your time and attention for making real giant leaps forward, and the core 3 areas of your business, which OneSourcing is basically built on, that you'll need to focus on in order to function efficiently and effectively. So this sounds pretty good, right? And at the end, I'm also going to be offering a chance to work with me. So at the end of this training, at the end of this hour, for the first time ever, I've offered this brand new opportunity on a webinar. It's something that nobody else has heard of before. Even if you've been in my training and been following me, you would not have come across this. This is something new that I'm offering at the end. So stick around. And also, if you're a business owner, stick around, because I can also help you with applying this process to your own business. And whether or not you decide to stay till the end and take the offer, you will get tremendous, absolutely free value from this webinar. And I'm really, really excited to share it with you. So why is this different? Well, this webinar is dramatically different from others you might have attended in the past because it gives you the exact blueprint for achieving your income and lifestyle goals. You'll be guided step by step through the entire process, and this means you'll leave the training 100% able to have the freedom in your business that you truly need. And if you're already doing well, you'll get some new strategies to help you get even better results. So that covers everybody, I hope. Now let's look at the problem first of all, because everything needs a solution. This was something I recognized in the industry when I started working in it, and it's also something I recognized in my own business as well. So I want to make sure that you're in the right place now. So let me know in the chat box, I can see the chat box right now, if the following problems resonate with you, because if they do, I know for sure that this webinar will definitely help you. Is this you? You don't know where to focus your attention in your business and you feel like you're going around in circles or just wasting time you don't have doing things that you don't enjoy. You're not effectively managing your time, your money, or your team, and it's negatively impacting your health or your kids or your spouse or your stress levels, any of those things. The list can go on. And where will you be if that doesn't stop? And you don't have a profitable business or the right knowledge and support to back you up, which is resulting in worry and stress and burnout and negative cycle that's leading into a spiral of debt or any other struggles that you feel that you're going to have right now. So if one of these even slightly resonates with you, just hit me up with a yes in the chat box. So I know that you guys can kind of resonate with this and understand. There's so many people out there trying to start their businesses who don't really know where to focus their attention, who don't, you know, like they're going from one thing to the next. They're listening to one guru, they're reading another blog, they're saying, you know, this has got to be done first, or this has got to be done first. And then basically we end up in this spiral of overwhelm that causes us to kind of go into a stagnation. So yeah, we got loads of people say that in the chat room. Thank you. Okay, so do any of these sound like you? You want to have clarity and focus on developing the kind of business that you love to work in, which is also very profitable to run. You also find yourself worrying about the best way to grow your business, lack of sales, making poor investments into systems and support staff, and feeling chained to whatever brings in the bacon right now, even if you don't feel totally happy with it or even happy at all. So are you worrying about all these things? You know, like, I'm not quite sure the best direction to grow my business. I'm lacking in sales right now. I'm lacking in clients right now. You know, I'm not getting the coaching clients that I want. I'm not getting the product sales that I want. You know, am I hiring the right staff, or am I frustrated right now with the people that I'm working with because I don't feel that they're fully on board with what I'm trying to achieve? And managing everything is just becoming a problem. You want to have more structure in your business, including a systematic way to generate income with your products and services. A lot of times I work with people, particularly clients, who don't really have a long-term repeatable strategy to keep making money in their business every month. A lot of clients I work with are kind of like they do a launch and then they wonder what's going to happen next and where's the next income coming in from. And you'd love to have a great business that supports you financially and provides you with the freedom to live life on your terms. But there is something stopping you from creating the level of success that you truly want. Okay, you don't know what it is, but something is stopping you from pushing past a certain level, whether that is getting off the ground completely, whether that is pushing past, you know, only making a few thousand a month, whether that is pushing past making 10,000 a month or 20,000 a month. You're stuck and you're like, where do I go from here? Because nothing I do is working. So if you answered yes to any of those scenarios, I can see from the chat, there's quite a lot of yeses in there, then you're totally in the right place. You will totally gain a heap of value from this webinar. So why should you listen to me? Well, I want to take a step back and take you back to really early on in the beginning of my VA business. And I was getting quite frustrated. I was servicing clients as a virtual assistant, and I was being guided by my clients as to how to grow their businesses online. Okay, so they will come to me and say, I need a virtual assistant to do X, Y, and Z for me. Okay, that's the client guiding the VA, saying this is what I want. And they would listen to various gurus and buy courses and go with coaches and consulting and invest in all these different things for their business. And no matter what they instructed me to do for them, it wasn't working as a whole. And I hated that. You know, I hated seeing clients spending money with me and then not seeing the results that they needed to see at the end. It was pretty soul destroying because I knew that, you know, I was taking money for something that wasn't going anywhere. And I remember knowing instinctually what they were doing wouldn't work. But as their virtual assistant, I felt I had no choice but to carry out their instructions. And I was seeing the same issues amongst colleagues too, who were also following instructions for their clients and also experiencing them doing that for 3, 6 months, a year. And because it wasn't going anywhere, then the client eventually dropped off because their business was failing. They couldn't afford to pay the VA anymore, and it just didn't make any sense to me anymore. And I decided there had to be another way to serve clients, a much better way, and a way that could give results for the long term. So I didn't have to worry about clients dropping off, because basically seeing all these different people and these different methods kind of taking their business in the wrong direction. So I really kind of set myself the task. I decided to start looking at the VA industry and the mechanics of an online business, because I knew there must be a way for VAs to be able to take more of a strategic role in the client's business to kind of avoid the issues that I was repeatedly seeing. I then began to look at effectively making money online through selling digital products and services, because I was a digital nomad and I could only service my clients online. And I only did because I was traveling all the time. There weren't any clients in the same country as me. The only way I could think that I could really kind of carve my place in this industry was to focus on businesses selling digital products and services, whether that be taking an offline business online and then trying to create products and services for them, or whether that be trying to improve what they already had. And I was searching for the patterns from successful entrepreneurs for generating income and making sales online. And I'd worked with a lot of different clients at this stage. You know, I mean, right now I've serviced more than 100 clients. So what I could see from all these different patterns was things that were working, things that weren't working, and I was gleaning on my experience with these clients and my own experience in my own business to create this kind of like supermodel for an online digital product business. And basically what happened is I knew I'd cracked this code, I suppose, when I did my own $77,000 launch. And I knew then that there was a lot more to being a virtual assistant, to understanding the strategy and understanding the organizational approach and the operations as well. It was never one or the other. You know, for me, from what I'd seen, you need the strategy, but you also need the admin, you need the operations, you need the customer support, you need all these things for it to be able to function and do well. They have to go together. So this is where it all came together for me. I began to piece it all together and testing this out by building alongside my already successful and well-oiled service business, which I take a lot of pride in, you know, the organizational elements of my business. I also built a digital product business by taking all of the best bits of the VA and the outsourcing industry that I could find, and the simplest, should have inverted commas in that, the simplest yet most effective income generating strategies, and teamed this with my existing knowledge of streamlining online systems and operations and tools. So I created this brilliant hybrid service model, combining virtual assistants with operations management, sales, and marketing. And I called this new business model Outsourcing. So that was my transformation. That's what set me apart from everything else that I was doing just purely as a virtual assistant in the industry. Through the methodology of Outsourcing, I developed a multi-six-figure digital product-based business alongside my already six-figure service business. I successfully developed a strategy to coordinate and execute monthly sales for myself and clients, which has exceeded $100,000 in gross sales in a month, using structured yet effective and repeatable launch strategy. And this is getting results for my clients. There was a brand new client that we've only recently started working with in recent months, who'd spent a couple of years not being able to make any sales digitally online. She was doing webinars, you know, trying to bring the sales in, trying to generate sales for her products. And by applying this Outsourcing strategy, she did her first webinar this week. And right now the cart isn't even closed, but we're over 40 sales in this one webinar from nothing, from scratch. So for me, this is like amazing. And the beauty about this is as well that it can be applied to any industry. I do not work with one niche clients. I work with clients in multiple different and very dramatically different industries. So this Outsourcing model isn't just about being applied to certain people in specific niches or industries. It's about being able to apply it to any online business. And that is super powerful. And because OneSourcing is developed around full operations management, I'm able to take the lead in the client's business in these 3 core areas of OneSourcing, which are, to give you a little insight, operations, income, and support, which allows the client to step back and focus on delivering their message almost exclusively. And that, for any business owner, is extremely powerful. To be able to have somebody in their business who they can trust on and rely on and have there who knows every facet of it, that they don't have to go to this person for web design and this person for customer support and this person for project management and this person. Just to have one person there that knows the ins and outs of their business and can manage the team and allow that client to focus on exclusively delivering their message, that's amazing. OneSourcing is a growth-centric model. So every month it's followed. If it's followed, there's measurable increasing growth within the client's business consistently. So if you're a VA and you use this OneSourcing model for clients, or you're a client right now who wants to choose the OneSourcing model to run your business via, then basically you will see some sort of growth results every month, whether this be a growth in audience, whether it be a growth in sales, income, whether it be a growth in community, anything, traffic. There are always measurable results for growth. And this model is 100% scalable in the scope of the full operation. And the client only hires and pays one person. So whether they're going from 5 figures to 6 figures, whether they're going from 6 figures to 7 figures, whether they're going from 0 to something, it's 100% scalable. So they can stay with the same person, providing that person is willing to obviously scale up with them to basically go into an impossible, an unimaginable income scenario, which again is incredible. I've ran this from startups, people who are not making any money in their businesses right now, through to 6- and 7-figure clients. So now it's your turn. That's enough about me. I want to show you how to get incredible people to support your business who actually help you achieve real results. And this is going to be a real methodology. It's come from so many different areas of doing business, from entrepreneurship, from task-driven, from results-driven, from being a client myself and hiring virtual assistants to being the virtual assistant and having clients hire me. So I'm going to give you a few tips before we go into the 3-step formula. Tip number 1, if you're trying to grow your business, there are basically three service levels that you can go into, okay? There are the people who feel that they go into the complex and design-focused scenario. So like you're setting up your online business, this is the basics, we're setting up the online business, and they feel that they need to have the absolute best design, the absolute most intricate details and things like that, you know, and they invest thousands. I mean, I've worked with agencies, okay? I'm talking about like top agencies in London who brought me in as a consultant, or agencies who brought me in on the VA level. And there are people and clients who pay tens of thousands into a website. And the problem with that is that they build this website and nobody else who focuses around the design thinks about the functionality at the end of it. And that is a huge problem for people, because if you don't take into consideration the functionality at the end of it and how it's going to work when you start making sales, when you start doing customer support, when you start doing social media marketing, etc., all you end up with is an extremely expensive, nice looking website that doesn't do much else. So this is a high investment, and then that will likely give you a much slower pace, because you build the website, it takes ages because you're focusing on all the details, and the designer's coming to you going, you know, oh, should we move this to the left or the right? And clients are kind of like, well, you know, you're a designer, you decide. Either that, or they're really kind of like well into this, you know, like, you know, oh, this is going to change my life if I move the banner too high or too low. Fact of it is, it won't. You know, that will not be what changes your life. I'm going to stick to the end here. The cheap and automated version. You get clients who want the cheapest of the cheap. How can I do this for as little money as possible and automate as much as possible? So what happens then is you get real low investments, you get low cost, but then you get this growth stunt because you're trying to get machines to do things that human beings need to do. And there is a very fine line between knowing specifically what is okay for a machine to do, because there are plenty of things. I'm full on for automation, honestly. But there are many, many things that you cannot get a machine to do and to automate. And there are things that need human interaction. And the software as a service companies have gone crazy with this stuff. You know, they want to automate everything. So the human being factor is no longer present. And this is a problem for people. I've seen this time and time again. You know, you put all these automated systems in place, and then you go to do a launch, or you go in to, you know, to bring something else into the business, and flat, it breaks. It just breaks. So you've worked hard, you've tried to build up your audience, you've tried to get people on, you know, on your launches or into your programs and things like that, and it breaks. You lose the clients, you don't retain, you forfeit your sales. So you need somebody in any business who understands the right combination of service levels, functional and attractive. That's what you're looking for. That's the baseline of what we need in any client's business. Super functional, get your systems down, you know, make it as simple as possible to get the most attractive result as possible that's going to work in the industry or whatever you are, in the business, where you've got the right amount of human in there and you've got the right amount of automation in there. And for any client coming in out of nowhere, it's very difficult to understand and know. It comes through years of experience of knowing that precise line, that precise center where you make a midway investment. It's not like crazy high, it's not incredibly low, but you get a steady pace going and you're able to grow your business and start taking in income within, let's say, 3 to 6 months. This is what we're looking for. And it could be sooner if you've already got, you know, a lot of the systems set up in place. If you already have a website, if you already got the programs, then this can happen a lot quicker. But, you know, we've all got to start somewhere. If you're coming in out of nowhere, you're just getting started, let's try and get in at that level, in the functional and attractive level. The next thing I want to share with you about building an online business is the unseen forces. I know this is going to sound a little bit crazy, but for those of you who understand about mindset and creativity, you'll know what I'm talking about here. For those of you who don't, stick with me. Outsourcing is about coordinating a team of people who are all carefully selected and strategically placed, trained, and who specialize in certain roles. So outsourcing is a roles-based model that they enjoy to function systematically and seamlessly each day within the business. Okay, this is the premise of how I encourage people to build their outsourcing businesses and their teams. The backbone of this process is for the outsourcer, so the person who is in charge, the person who you're hiring to basically help you with the operations of your business, to ensure their team is optimized. What do I mean by optimizing a team? I mean encouraging that team and caring about that team, encouraging them to eat well, to rest, to grow, to learn, and to use the creative power of their minds that is within us all to manifest the best lifestyle for them. So when I do my work in Virtual Miss Friday, I focus a lot of my programs, my courses, and my training on growth and how to live the best lifestyle, how to use the VA business to have the best kind of lifestyle for them, to eat well, to rest, you know, to spend time with their family, not to sit at their desk working 24/7 because a client is telling them they have to, okay? And this is why I feel that this is the best way to divide up teams and clients. I encourage, through giving away my training to my virtual assistants in my team, so they can basically get all that good stuff. So they know that their energy and their focus in my client's business is so important. It's so important. Because when these people are happy, when the team is happy and healthy and taken care of and nurtured, their positive, collected and focused energy towards being excited to see the client succeed can have an absolutely incredible impact on the client's business. I have seen both sides of the coin. I have seen teams of virtual assistants, a team of virtual assistants, work with clients who don't respect them, don't treat them well, don't encourage them to take care of themselves, expect them to work on weekends or in unreasonable hours. Expect them, okay? There's a difference between expectation and then, you know, caring about someone and have them do that because there is a problem that you need to step into, okay? I've seen clients work with teams of people like that. It doesn't go well for the client, okay? The team's upset. They're all unhappy with the client. They're all talking to each other going, oh, this client's making me do this and things like that. So what we're looking for is that one sourcer to come in and take control of that team and say, do you know what? Let me handle the team. You just deal with me. And that's what OneSourcing is all about. So you basically have this happy team of people totally focused on the client's business to the point where they are putting their positive energy into that business, wanting to do a good job, wanting the client to succeed and do well because they want to keep working with that client. The client wins, the OneSourcer wins, and the team wins. Such a huge integral part of OneSourcing. Tip number 3 is the cohesive whole, and this is huge, so huge. So for a business to function optimally, it's my observation that the leader of the team, the OneSourcer, must have an in-depth knowledge of the 3 core areas of the business, which we'll talk about next. They must be able to seamlessly understand and coordinate a variety of moving pieces within the operational framework, okay? They must have strong leadership skills and be able to recognize the need for and the ability to create and implement changes, both from a creative standpoint and from a practical standpoint, okay? These people, these beautiful people, are not easy to find. So this is why it's so incredibly amazing, and this is why I want to create more of these people. So basically it's a leader with somebody who has an in-depth knowledge of the 3 core areas of the business. Just a quick recap on those. It's operations, income strategy, and support team. And they have to be invested into team development and to be able to integrate into the client's vision for the future, place themselves in it, be excited about becoming a part of it. And this is why supporters who work directly with the OneSourcer, not the clients. So basically, the supporters in the team are working with the OneSourcer. Like I said before, you hire one person, but they have the team. I will tell you why now this is so important. This is a golden nugget to take away. When you hire a project manager into your business, and you say to that project manager, here's my web developer, here's my customer support, here is my website person who does my maintenance, here is my designer, here is my etc., etc. You've got all these different people, here's my virtual assistant, you've got all these different people who are all, this project manager has to bring them all together somehow, okay? That project manager can do it. But that project manager is not paying those people. The client is paying those people. So the project manager oversees, and then the client has to pay their invoices at the end of the month. So is that project manager going to be as invested in the productivity of the team, in the efficiency of getting the tasks done, in how to effectively do these things as a team to help the client to get things done quicker, to get things done more effectively, more efficiently, more productively? Is the project manager who's completely disconnected from the rest of the team going to be as invested in making sure that everything is done super efficiently and super fast and super? No, they're not. But the OneSourcer is, because it's their team, Okay, it's not the client's team. The client works with the OneSourcer. It's the OneSourcer's team. So they're going to be looking and they're going to be really on this team. Like, how can we do this better? How can we do this more efficiently? Do we need to put more instructions in place? Do we need to potentially give this to another team member because this team member isn't working so well? Do we need to look at improving our customer support, improving the way we do things, improving our sales pages, making the opt-in pages more efficient to put together? This is why OneSourcing is so incredibly valuable. One of the many reasons, but we do it as a cohesive whole. And the OneSourcer is invested in the team. We're not disjointed. We're not kind of like all flapping around doing our own thing. Everyone has a clear lead and a clear line of direction and a clear line of focus. This is why I love it so much. Okay, so now we're going to look at the one-tensive breakthrough plan. So I'm going to walk you through this exact OneSourcing foundation for developing functional, growth-oriented, and effectively managed operations for your online business. So you can pay attention to this if you're a client or a VA. It's a 3-step formula for creating the only plan you need to get started using this online business model immediately. First, okay, this is the model that I do for my OneSourcing clients, so take notes. Okay, first we've got the operations planning. This is the first area of my focus when I'm taking a business and turning it into a OneSourcing client business. We have to have a really good, robust content management system. Content management system is something that you build a website in. So we've got our website online. Then a really good customer relationships management system. So this is where you can manage all of the customers coming in, write notes on their accounts, put updates, links, everything like that. Because if you've got a team working with you in customer support, you know, you might not have the one same person doing every single ticket. As a business grows, you want to bring in more customer support people to help you. You don't want to have just one person. You need people who can work on rotation, who can cover holidays and things like that. So you need that customer relationships management system. So when somebody new comes in or somebody's taking over from somebody because they've been on holiday, they can immediately go in to that customer record and see what's been going on, what they purchased, if they've had any problems with that customer, if there's anything that's come up, that type of thing. So get a really good customer relationships management system. Email marketing, paramount, essential part of this process. You need a really good email marketing system. Something that sends out emails to clients, allows you to collate and bring in ideally unlimited quantities of subscribers, because our intention is to grow the client's business, and be able to kind of like send emails out on a sequentially, or just as one-off emails. The next thing you'll need is an e-commerce platform, ideally with an affiliate program linked into it, and payment processing. And also I put MOS in at the end there because I get so many questions about this, and I'm going to try and clear it up right now. If you're selling products online, which are digital only products, okay, something will apply to you called MOS. Now, this is basically something I think that Europe invented, although I think other countries are coming in as well. But if you sell products to anybody in Europe, you must, as the business owner, pay tax to the place where the customer is purchasing from. So it doesn't matter where you are in the world. You could be in America, or you could be in China, or you could be in Australia. If you have anybody purchase from Europe, you must, by law, pay Europe a tax. Now, if you try and do this manually, payment processing can be a complete pain because you have to take everybody's addresses and you have to find out where they're coming from, and then you have to go and register for the tax in their country. And then that's a problem because everybody has different taxes. So it's just a pain in the neck. So you want a payment processing service that ideally has an affiliate program, ideally does obviously e-commerce, shopping carts, buy now buttons, and ideally takes care of the tax in whatever country the people are purchasing from. Okay, next, email and customer support. So a way that you can collaborate with people via just normal email, and a way that you can collaborate with people through a customer support desk that multiple people can go into and process tickets, and come out again. So just email is never going to be enough for a growing business. You need email, and like normal email, so whether that be Gmail or something like that, Google Apps, and you need a customer support desk, a proper, fully functional customer support desk that different people can log into. You also need social media. That's an integral part of the operations, whether that be just choosing social media platforms that the client is really, really into. You might say, right, we're just going to focus on Facebook and Twitter. Or you might say, right, we're going to incorporate LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Or, you know, my client is on this other platform that works really well for them, so we're going to incorporate that as well. You know, it might be YouTube. You know, they might be a video blogger. So whatever it is, that's basically what you want to incorporate. Next, online presentation and connection facilitator. That is a super fancy way of saying something that you can do webinars in. So basically this could be like an online meeting room space. It could be something that you're in right now, which is Webinar Jam, which I'm using to do this presentation. Anything like that, something where you can connect, or the client can connect with lots of different people through the internet. That's what you need. So they can stay in touch with their community and their audience, and they can deliver presentations, etc., etc. So this is what the operations planning is based on. This is what it's built on. This is the foundation of it, just these few items. So that's the first part. We look at the systems, we choose the systems, we figure it all out, we look at what we specialize in, and then we say, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to set up. Next, you need an income strategy. This is the new part of virtual assistants. This is the way virtual assistants need to be moving forward. Not just purely task-driven, although you can still enter into a purely task-driven role as a supporter, but as a one-sourcer, you need to start incorporating income strategies into your client's business. This is what's going to set you apart. This is what's going to make you invaluable, priceless. So the income strategy is based on this, a free offer. So whatever that is, it's got to be a free kit, or a free download, or a free ebook, or a free video series, or just a free video, something for free. You'll also need then the client to have a low-cost subscription site. This is an integral part of the strategy. Now, what I mean by this is a monthly subscription site that people can come into for a very, very low cost. Even if the client's goal is, I'm going to sell these $1,000, multi-$1,000 programs, I'm going to do this, that, and the other, I'm going to sell coaching for $10,000, the subscription site is the absolute key. And this is basically, you know, like you do a launch of the subscription site and then you sell it for a very low cost. £17 or dollars a month, £27 or dollars a month, anything like that, okay? And then the client then has to do things in there every month. You know, it might be a monthly class or a monthly, whatever it is, okay? A monthly Q&A session, there's got to be interaction, there's got to be monthly updates. Then the client needs to have higher ticket products or services, because the subscription site alone is not going to bring in the money, it's going to bring in the committed audience, okay? So once you have a subscription site, you've got a whole bunch of pre-qualified people that are already slightly invested in a small amount of money into your business, into learning more from you, which is going to make those people, because they're invested, more responsive and more receptive to what you have to say. So you need a high ticket product or service. So for a client, this might be a high-end coaching program, or it might be a digital program that they sell for a high ticket price, $497, $997, $197, whatever it is. So a high ticket product or service, because what we're going to do is groom the people in the subscription site and then bring them in to the higher ticket options. Once those people are super, super happy with the support, with the interaction with the client and the content that they deliver, everything, it's about keeping these people happy, and that's the operations part. That's where the operations part comes in. Then we do a continuous process of audience building and audience grooming. So that's where the client really has to concentrate on the content. They've got to do their videos. They've got to do their posts. They've got to, you know, have these different things that they're constantly feeding the one sourcer that the one sourcer can use. And that's why it's so important. That's why this works so well, because that's kind of like a full-time job in itself for them. Then do the audience building, the grooming, and you do monthly free webinars or classes or presentations to keep the income rolling in consistently. That is the income strategy, and it's awesome and it works, guys. Next, you've got your support team. Okay, so this is pretty much all down to the one source point. Basically, the client needs to find a one sourcer who specializes and has really good knowledge in all the systems from the operations planning section, okay? So this is why it's a good idea for one sources to do the consulting. And I'll come to that at the end about how we're gonna kind of like get you into that level. But a one sourcer basically needs to specialize in the systems that they are giving the client. It's not the other way around, okay? Sometimes you will be able to, if you've got an established business, I've had clients come to me when they say, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm using, this is what I'm using. I have to say to those people, either I can't help you because I don't specialize in those systems, or if you want to work with me, come into my systems. And they'll either decide not to go ahead. Actually, that's never happened. They will come, they always come into my systems. But they, you know, if you've got a client, they might decide not to go ahead. Or if you are a client, you might decide not to go ahead. But it's best for the client to shift into the systems that the one source specializes in. It's always best to do it in that way round, not the other way around. The one sourcer will have their own fully staffed team in all the roles required to effectively execute the first and second part of the plan. Currently, there are around 9 roles in my one sourcing practice, but I'm adding a couple more on, which I'm going to update in my one sourcing training as well. And the one sourcer will be prepared for the client's growth into 6 and 7 figures. And what happens? Everybody wins because the client's business is growing. So the VA's business is growing. So they need more people. They need to pay more to increase the package because there are lots more customers coming in for the client. It's an awesome model. It's just so amazing, and I'm so excited about it because it's working. It's absolutely working. So that is the final piece of the puzzle. So if you're a VA and you want to go fully entrepreneurial in this, then you definitely need to start thinking about, you know, one sourcing and building a team and starting to service clients. And you only need a small handful of clients. This isn't a business where you need to go out and find 20, 30 clients to be able to make a decent income. I'm talking 2, 3 clients and you're golden, you're set. So from a client's perspective, all you need is one person. You pay one invoice a month. Everything is taken care of. You focus on your content. It's brilliant. Okay. So I'm going to inject a little video in now because I wanted to show you, I offered you some proof that this is working. It really is working. And I wanted to give you a little video of somebody who is actually using the one sourcing model in their business, and it's been pretty incredible. This is like one of the first people I introduced the one sourcing model to.
I was exhausted, I was overworked, and I was unhappy with the situation I was in as a business owner. And then, thank God, Michelle came along. And in the last half year, where we had the honor of working with her, our life as business owners has completely transformed itself. Not only that we only work now, you know, maybe an hour a day or something like this. It has been going so dramatically down. The biggest value for me I received from working with Michelle is that I don't have to worry anymore. I know that all the emails are sent out, that everything is taken care of, that the customer support is so much better than it ever was before, you know. The refunds have been going down, that my people are happy, and that I finally have the room to breathe and finally know that everything is taken care of. So I think this is one of the biggest achievements that we have been able to welcome in our life, allowing this to ourselves. But on top of this, we had in the last month our first 6-figure month with more than $100,000 in sales, and all of this while not really working for it. Michelle has been really cooking up the strategies in the background, has been creating the emails, the funnels, the sales pages, the entire processes basically. Everything was created with Michelle. And what I also love so much work is that I income, and finally I have so much fun running my business. And all of this is due to the never-ending support. I was exhausted, I was overworked, and I was unhappy with the situation I was in as a business owner. And then, thank God, Michelle came along. And in the last half year, where we had the honor of working with her, our life as business owners has completely transformed itself. Not only that we only work now, maybe an hour a day or something like this. It has been going so dramatically down. The biggest value for me I received from working with Michelle is that I don't have to worry anymore. I know that all the emails are sent out, that everything is taken care of, that the customer support is so much better than it ever was before. The refunds have been going down, that my people are happy, and that I finally have the room to breathe and finally know that everything is taken care of. So I think this is one of the biggest achievements that we have been able to welcome in our life, allowing this to ourselves. But on top of this, we had in the last month our first six-figure month with more than $100,000 in sales, and all of this while not really working for it. Michelle has been really cooking up the strategies in the background, has been creating the emails, the funnels, the sales pages, the entire processes basically. Everything was created with Michelle. And what I also love so much working with her is that I still feel like what I enjoy most is being creative and offering value to my people. That I still am able to do what I do best, and that is being a creative person, having ideas about where I want to go with my business, what I want to do, what kind of programs I want to create. But now not having to do all the processes it needs, and also the eye for the detail it needs to put it all into practice and have it like a well-oiled setup, like a well-oiled machine. Michelle does all of this for me. So I keep the creative freedom. I can do what I do best. I have lots of free time. We have increased our income. And finally, I have so much fun running my business. And all of this is due to the never-ending support and loving, taking care of us and our business. I feel seen. All of this is really due to the amazing work of Michelle and the entire team behind Virtual Miss Friday. I can tell you this has been such a life transformation, this ride I was allowed to be on together with Michelle, that I, from the bottom of my heart, want to express gratitude and say thank you. And for everybody who thinks about having more free time in their business, having better systems in place, earning more money, being more...
Okay, I really hope that you were able to see that video, because I really wanted to show you the incredible impact this model can have on a client, on your client, or if you are a client, how this model can have such an incredible impact on your life. I hope you guys are back on me now. Hopefully you can see my presentation and it all went okay. If you can, let me know, and then I will continue with the final part of this presentation. So yeah, that was awesome. And this model is so repeatable or replicatable, I don't know what the word is, across so many industries, across so many different clients, whether they've got an online business that they're taking online, anything like that. Okay. Oh, you can hear me, but you can't see the presentation. Is that true? Oh, 1 second. Ba, 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 ba. Okay, I'm hoping I think you'll be able to see my screen now. Can you see the screen? Anyone? I think there's a little time delay, actually. It's the internet. Yay, here we go. Cool. And we're back. Okay, so let's recap on everything that you've learned today. I love these things when we do these like little, you know, I think I'm trying to be clever and I'll put a little video in here and then that goes wrong. So anyway, let's recap. You've learned that the optimal service levels are what the optimal service levels are for an online business to move forward efficiently and effectively. You know that a healthy, happy, cared for and nurtured team of skilled professionals can have an incredible impact in the overall success of your business. And we discussed the importance of having one leader of a cohesive team who is personally invested. And this is a big part of OneSourcing, personally invested in helping them in the overall operation to reach peak performance for the clients, for the OneSourcer, for everybody. And you now know the 3 core areas to focus on in your business to lay out the framework and structure of a successful online operation. This is the operations planning, the systems that we're going to use, and also specializing in those systems and how they function. It's about the income strategy of how you're going to help your clients bring in an income, or if you are the client, so you can effectively see what you need to do with your OneSourcer in order to bring in that income. And then finally, the support team. So what we've been discussing, having a OneSourcer who is a leader where they have their own team, and then the client basically hires that one person. So now you have a choice. I feel like I've delivered everything I can. I've capped it on the hour. And the choice number 1 is to basically take what you've learned right now, go and apply it all yourself. You can do that. Hopefully I have given you enough of a framework and a foundation that I possibly can teach you in this very short space of time to be able to start thinking about this yourself. Or choice number 2, which some may consider as a smart choice, is to let me help you create your plan. Now, as I promised, I was going to offer a chance for you to work with me at the end. Now, there's 2 opportunities here. There's one for clients and one for VAs. So first of all, I'm going to load a link here, which you can click on, which will basically give you the opportunity to work with me, whether you are a VA or a client. So you don't have to do this right now. You can continue to sit here and listen to me. It's going to be very interesting. But basically, you'll be able to go in the I'm a business owner or I'm a virtual assistant, and that's how you get to the next step. So if you're a business owner, here's what I can do for you. I can do a OneSourcing breakthrough plan for you, which will give you a complete customized strategy for your online business so you can skip the guesswork that comes with trying to figure out the right things to do on your own. I can give you a solid way forward and the plan, which will guide you step by step to achieving your online business goals, that's organized and strategic and manageable. And what this means is you'll be able to really hit the ground running, knowing exactly what you need to do, and without investing huge amounts of time and money into the various gurus, courses, training programs, products, etc., that so many of my clients invested in upfront to try and piece together this full picture that OneSourcing is. And basically here's how it works if you would like to do that. So if you want to go to that link and you want to click on I'm a business owner, you submit an application form, and this will help me determine whether OneSourcing is a good fit for you to start with. We'll get together on a free consultation initially, and after this call, I'll provide you with a proposal to outline a plan for your business, and this plan is called a 1-10 breakthrough. And if you accept the proposal, within 10 business days, you'll have a tailored plan in your hands for the 3 core areas of your online business, and you'll essentially be ready to move forward. Awesome, right? And also within that plan, I also incorporate the recommendations of other OneSources and people who have taken my training. So if you're a client, that's the option for you. If you're a service provider, then this is going to change your life. Basically, what I can do for you, you'll have the full OneSourcing training. I've actually put this whole methodology into an entire training system for how I built my own 6-figure service business. So you can use this model with your existing clients or develop a new VA business around it. Brand new VA business, you can start now. The training is updated ongoing, completely free of charge. And anyone who's taken my programs and courses, they will tell you that I do frequently update the training. It's about to go through another major overhaul as well, incorporating a lot of new things in, and it's going more strategic as well. But I update those free of charge. So if you're in the system, you'll never have to invest in any other training again. So any changes that occur in OneSourcing in my own business, you'll be the first to know about them, where it's related to planning, strategy, and team building. And what this means is you'll be able to follow a structure for serving clients and help them towards their big picture goals while quickly becoming an indispensable part of their business. And here's how it works. The OneSourcing system is developed for VAs everywhere. I have VAs working with me from all around the world at all different stages of their business, from startups to more experienced providers. You can join as a supporter or as an entrepreneur. Those are the two areas, or the two kind of like price points for the systems, depending on what level of service you want to provide and what type of business you want to develop. So supporters, who are usually very task driven, will go onto the supporter, and they will then go on to either work in another team or to work with another OneSourcer. And the entrepreneurs are the people who move forward and they go and become the OneSourcer, and they develop the team, and they have that one-on-one relationship with the client. And then you then choose your entry points and follow the video guide on where to get started in the training. It's that simple. As part of the training, there are 3 business programs. So these 3 business programs cover starting up, developing into a full-time business, and they provide essential mindset and lifestyle mentorship. This, for me, is an integral, one of the most important pieces of training any VA, is that they understand the mindset and the lifestyle behind it. This means you will have the entire OneSourcing business blueprint and everything you need to begin moving forward straight away. This solves the issue of wondering where to start, what to do, and the best places to focus your attention to achieve your personal goals. And with these 3 programs, you have the complete business model laid out in front of you with no guesswork or missing pieces. The second part of the system is the 3 service courses, which cover administration, marketing, and creative services within a OneSourcing model. So they're designed to give you the structure and training for developing and providing these core services online, which you can then use to continuously grow and expand these areas of your own business. And this means you'll have new services taught step by step, completely at your fingertips. You've got to consider this like a library. So you can take and use a framework exactly as we use it, or you can adapt it to your own business and your own clients. And this solves the problem of not having the right knowledge and tools on hand to provide a streamlined and efficient approach to service providing. Therefore, you increase your profit margin, have an easily outsourceable solution for expanding out into other team members. And imagine, with these 3 courses, you'll have a complete how-to VA service operations library with periodic updates too, with no further investment required. And you also get 3 product courses. So you'll have a complete setup for 3 product courses specifically designed for creating digital products so you can generate income for your clients across digital downloads, multimedia, and also membership sites. This means you'll be able to quickly take an offline business online or provide new ways of repurposing a client's content or business knowledge into online products and services. This solves the problem of running out of tasks and services, which so many VAs do, because they can't upsell their client anymore to offer other clients, since there are enough ideas and creativity in these programs to keep you and your team busy with making the client money month after month. So imagine, with these 3 courses, you'll be able to expand your client's business into multiple different directions and multiple different revenue streams online, making you an essential part of the business and the wheel turning consistently, adding assets and value. And if that wasn't enough, I'm also going to include my fast track guide for beating procrastination and getting a business or project moving, whether that be for a VA yourself or a client, my team building guide on learning where to find and hire team members, my launches guide on learning how to product launch work for an online business, and my Project Me, where I lost, and this is my health journey, over 60 pounds, which I recorded in video, basically in pictures, because it was my journey, not only to becoming a better person, but becoming a better VA. I also included my passive income program, which will show you the exact techniques and tools that I use to earn a passive affiliate income, and also my systems guide. So the guides and tutorials for the exact systems we use in OneSourcing operations for clients and also for Virtual Miss Friday. And this is totally unique because this business model, OneSourcing, is only taught here at Virtual Miss Friday. It's my baby, it's my legacy, and it provides the most comprehensive in-depth training into virtual assistants in existence. And I would love for you to come to me with a more comprehensive VA training and support service, which has more results-driven testimonials. And I will give this to you for free if you can come to me with anything that tops this. And this is really special because this is the only training and support community that you're ever going to need to achieve incredible success in the industry. Unlike most courses, you're getting the OneSourcing methodology, which isn't just about learning new skills or securing clients. It's about adopting a way of living, embracing the lifestyle that being a VA has to offer, and running the business on your terms. And this means no compromises. You won't feel lost, and you have all the support you could possibly need. So what about your transformation? So imagine sitting here in 3 months or 6 months, a year from now, and you're in a very different place. Your business is profitable. You don't scratch around trying to make money because you've applied these methods. You've done the internal work and you're reaping the ongoing benefits and rewards. You're following and you're taking action on what I teach, and you'll never need to worry about not getting paid, which is like one of the biggest problems in the VA industry, working with unappreciative clients, taking small jobs here and there, or feeling like things aren't going anywhere. And I'm going to share some stories with you in a minute. And picture this, you've designed your business around OneSourcing and you see how many people change towards you. You hear the praise from those satisfied clients. You know, you're not complaining about these clients anymore. You're like, wow, these clients are amazing because they're praising me all the time. And you feel amazing because you stepped into a business that makes so much sense for the client and for you too. And what this will do for you, I believe, is make you a healthier, happier person who feels more abundant than ever before. Because what this means to you is your business becomes something that you enjoy doing and that creates an incredible lifestyle for you and your family, just like it has done for me. You know, I travel, I get to live in all these different countries. I'm doing this webinar right now from Greece. You know, this year I've been to Bali and Montenegro. Next month I'm off to Portugal. And then October I'm in Barcelona. You know, for me, it's just incredible. I get to go home and spend time with my family at Christmas. This means no more struggling with the stress of trying everything, doing things you don't want to do, especially for people you don't like and don't want to support, because that's totally sucky and I've been there. And this is the easiest and most structured way to achieve a successful online service business. You can have the lifestyle you want and a business you love, and I can help you do that. So I'm just going to talk numbers here before we start going into some stories. So I also want to share with you something really cool and new. The value of OneSourcing is normally $5,997. If any of you have been to my site before, that you'll see that that's what the entrepreneur package is. But I've launched this model a year ago. I haven't actually ran a webinar offering this since. So it's been like a year since I've done a full-on OneSourcing webinar. Plus, you're getting several months of group coaching support from myself personally inside the Passport Club, which is normally £37 a month. But you get monthly classes, tutorial videos, content kits. You get a group call with all the VAs once a month. And you also are able to book one-on-one sessions with me, directly with me, just you and me. And you're getting entry to my Black Book, which is basically where I go now for most of my OneSourcing hires and where I recommend and refer other clients to. So you'll also get access to a referral program and my Facebook community. My Facebook community, by the way, it's pretty awesome. So if you were to purchase all of these programs and courses individually, it will be a total value of well over £8,000. And even though the total value of the full OneSourcing package is over £8,000 for the complete system, that's not what you'll be investing in. So to say thank you for attending my webinar, I want to make you a very special offer that if you act now, you can start on the Entrepreneur for $2,997. And there are payment plans as well. And you'll save over £5,000, which is more than 60%. And if you just want to go in at supporter, it's $1,497. So, wow. Because I've seen courses and programs where people just take you on something like that, you know, for maybe a couple of months and then you're done and it's over. This is ongoing. It's forever. So it's pretty awesome. And you can get started right now. You can click the instant access link, the button on the screen, and basically go into the OneSourcing system. And you get instant access right now to the whole OneSourcing system at the lowest price that you will ever see it. There is no, I promise you, you will not see it at a price lower than this. But I want to give you an extra gift, which, oh my God, I'm so super excited about, because so many people have been asking me about this. So I'm currently in the process of finalizing a new addition to the One Sourcing system, brand new addition. And you'll learn in a paint by numbers approach how to create a 6-figure business plan through my One Sensitive Breakthrough strategy. So that consulting service that I provide clients with, that, you know, I've been charging between £1,500 and £3,000 for, I will give you the means, the strategy, the full program to be able to do that consulting process yourself. So it's another way that you can earn additional income, do the consulting strategy, and then service clients at the end of it. And the reason why I'm doing this is so you can apply everything I teach in One Sourcing system, not just how to service a client, but how to consult for the client as well, which is pretty powerful. So you'll get a complete start to finish custom client strategy that will make you and your One Sourcing business paramount to their success. And this will help you to add extreme value to the client, which they will love you for, of course, command results-based rates, and secure a profitable long-term relationship where everyone wins. I have never taught consulting before, ever. You should know that. The new One Sourcing consulting program is due to be released in October 2017, and will be available for purchase if you're going to buy this separately at £1,111. I'm a big fan of the ones. So if you act now, you'll get it free. Okay? That's it. That's all I have to say about that. I'm going to be releasing this program in October 2017. I'm going to be selling it at a price of £1,111. If you invest in One Sourcing, you get this completely free. So my very own personal consulting model, which I have never taught before, I just want to parentheses that, and it's been completely remodeled into an easy to understand strategy that will be taught live over 6 lessons. The setup and the final process, the consultation and proposal, the operations planning segment, the income strategy segment, the support team segment, the delivery call, and then the follow-up to secure the client. It's all going to be in there. It's all going to be yours. And here's one more thing, because I'm feeling generous. You'll be on an exclusive access to this webinar viewers only, for those watching this webinar, to another world-class bonus, which is a free pass to my next VA Mastermind event. So for those of you who don't know, this is called the VA Think Tank. I sort of piloted this event earlier this month, and it was amazing. Everyone had so much fun. And basically it's a 3-day event where we mastermind, and you get to basically come in and join us. So that ticket is normally £57, and you get to come and join in my next VA Mastermind event free. It's planned for December, and we'll share the dates with you ASAP after this. It's usually going to go live in September, the dates, but it's in December. So the reason why I'm giving this to you as well is so you can receive even more guidance from myself and other VAs and One Sources in the community as we focus on a quarterly review process. So the VA Think Tank Mastermind is all based around a quarterly business review process. And this will help you get super focused on your goals and where to redirect your energy before you head into January 2018. So you're going to be totally set, by the way. You're going to be like, wow, I'm on fire, baby. So I just want to, like recap everything before we go into some stories. Total value of One Sourcing is over £8,000. To say thank you for attending my webinar right now and staying with me and listening to this, you're going to get the bonus of the consulting program, which is £1,111, released in October 2017, and the VA Think Tank in December 2017. So the total value is now well over £9,000 with all the bonuses, and you can get started right now for either $2,997 or a $1,497 or on a monthly payment plan, whatever you choose, and you'll save over £6,000, which is like nearly 70% saving, which is pretty awesome. You can get started now. Click the button, instant access, select the one that says I'm a virtual assistant if you want to go into that. You'll get my 2 bonuses, the consulting program and the Think Tank. And this is the lowest price ever. And I'm not ever going to give my consulting program away for free, by the way. Never, ever, ever. So I want to share with you some stories. And there's a couple of people, I think, in the chat room that want to help. But I've got my moderators in there and things like that. But basically, I want to share with you 3 really incredible stories. The first one is Martha. You'll see her in there. I want you to stop and imagine, because I wanted to share these stories because I consider them very, very personal to me, and that these ladies are quite close to me as well because they've been through the whole one sourcing journey. So Martha was in a position when I first started working with her where she was stuck in a VA business. She felt like it wasn't progressing, and she was feeling quite frustrated when I started working together. Then she joined me on my training, and even though she'd had a lot of personal problems that she had to overcome in her life, she focused on her business and applied everything I taught her. I mean, I have never seen anybody so diligently go into this training and do everything to the letter than I have seen with Martha. She became featured in the Financial Times. She retired her husband from his full-time job. She relocated from Scotland to Spain with her family. She's now running a one sourcing business full-time with a team of supporters from Spain. Go Martha. Next one is Monique. I don't know if Monique's here actually, she might be. But Monique has been incredible. I was listening to her. Monique joined us on the think tank, this last think tank, and she did a little video inside our Facebook community group. And she said, within 24 hours, I have a new client, 2 consultations, and an existing client extend their service package, which I thought was pretty phenomenal. Go Monique. She's from MadyMonique.com. So Monique was in a job she didn't like, and she'd been trying to get her business off the ground for some time, but she was struggling. She started my training, and even though it was a huge step outside of her comfort zone, I could tell when I was working with her, she embraced all of the one sourcing principles without hesitation. I mean, fully embraced them. And I think if I could say that anyone embraced them more, it was the mindset more than anything that Monique really took on board. And within 5 short months, I mean, this is super fast, she quit the job that she was working in. She's now running her one sourcing business full time. She's been interviewed for various podcasts for what she's doing. Her boyfriend has also just quit his job, and they're basically following their dream right now of becoming nomads and living in a camper and roaming around. I think she's on a trip actually this weekend. So she's taking a camper away, which is incredible. So yay, let's give it up for Monique. And she's doing a business that she absolutely loves. And then the last person I want to introduce you to is Megan, who is also in here. And she basically, I started working with her some years ago. She scrapped everything. She moved into my training 100%. And then she basically said that she forgot everything that she did before. She's from RescueMeAssistance.com. So she was basically struggling with her VA business. And when I first met Megan, I knew that she was subsidizing her income with a lot of part-time work and various different jobs and, you know, like trying to make ends meet. She enrolled in my training and basically took a completely new approach to her business. She quadrupled her income. She quit all of her side jobs that she was doing, you know, running to try and make ends meet. She went completely full-time in her business. She bought a house with her husband, which seemed impossible to her before. And now she's expecting her first child. So everyone say congratulations to Megan in the chat because she's got a little Nunu on the way. Nunu is Arabic for baby. Sorry, I forgot you might not speak Arabic. So there's one very special relationship that ties all of these VAs to me. And I think this is one of the beautiful things about one sourcing is that eventually from seeing the changes in these ladies, that I saw the changes in these ladies and their growing confidence and enthusiasm and their drive, they became so awesome in my perspective that I offered them positions on my own team. And as graciously accepted, they now also work with me at Virtual Miss Friday. So all of these lovely ladies, they came into my training. I worked with them and they started their one sourcing businesses. And now they all work with me in Virtual Miss Friday, as well as working with their own clients and running their own businesses and doing their own one sourcing stuff. So for me, these are real special people and special ladies. And now, just so you know, I do exclusively hire virtual assistants from my one sourcing, providing I can find people with the right skill sets. And not only that, I know a lot of other virtual assistants who are also hiring within the community as well. So because everybody understands one sourcing, because everybody understands the methodology behind it, everyone's hiring each other because that's really awesome. So basically, don't decide now. That was a lot to take in. You have a full 60 days to test this out. There's a 60-day, 100% refund, no questions asked, money back guarantee if you decide that you're not loving it, if you don't consider it a profitable approach to running a VA business and you're, you know, living the lifestyle that you want to live, then you can just send me an email and you'll get a full refund from my wonderful support team. So you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. I'm going to go into Q&A in a sec. But just want to say finally, imagine getting a one sourcing system, how it's going to help grow your business, how it's going to help move you forward so you can create wildly successful clients as well as a wildly successful business for yourself. And you'll get exclusive webinar bonuses like my one sourcing consulting course and the VA Think Tank. And this will help you to provide an incredible consulting service. Plus, you get ready to start 2018 with a complete bang. Save over $6,000, 100% guaranteed investment. Click the button now. That's it. Woohoo. Okay, so I think we need to go on to a Q&A right now. I just want to first of all say thank you so much. I really appreciate you staying with me. I want to answer your questions. I see we've got a few already. I hope you're excited to get my one sourcing system with like my 70% savings over 1K bonuses. It's going to be really awesome. I'm going to come back into screen mode now. Just going to do something that might be a little bit trippy for you guys, but just bear with me. And I'm here. There it is. I hope you can see me now. Excuse me, guys, because I've had this cold for a couple of days, and I'm feeling a little bit blah. Thank God I got through that without like a coughing fit or anything. That was really good, but you might see me wiping my nose now, which is going to be terribly unattractive. Okay, so guys, hopefully you can all see me. If you can't, let me know, but I've put my camera back on. I'm going to ask some questions now. So, I'm just seeing the chat. That's so funny. You are so supportive, you guys. It's lovely to see everyone so supportive of each other in the chat room. Those are just 3 stories, by the way. They're like, I'm a bit biased. They're like my 3 favorite VAs who've done one sourcing, but you know. So I just wanted to share those with you. They gave me permission, by the way. I said I wanted to share those stories. Okay, so awesome. I'm going to answer some questions. So first of all, if you want me to, I'll answer a question for you about one sourcing, about anything. If you're a client and you want to ask a question about working with a VA, for sure, I'm with you. Let's get started. Ali, is there a subscription site idea for every business? Yes, there is a subscription site that you can build for every business on the planet. If you're in my one sourcing, you'll have access to all my Facebook groups. If you're stuck and you're like, oh, what do I do here? Just post in the group, and somebody in my team will flag me and say, Michelle, we need your input, we need your ideas and creativity. And that's one of my specialities, by the way, that I can pretty much make multiple dinners out of a chicken, and we can make multiple subscription sites out of this one sourcing service. So yes, any client, any business, any model, any service, we can turn into a subscription site for sure. Okay, I hope that answered your question. If you need something specific, just let me know. Tuesday, I have a business, a website that I need to build. I must keep my day job while building my business, and I would like to take it to NZ2. If there are opportunities to work with you, partnership, I welcome the opportunity to discuss it with you. Okay, if you email my team on support@virtualmissfriday.com and propose whatever you're going to propose, then they'll put it through to me and I'll take a look. In addition to my question, I would like to be able to maintain a full-time job and build my business in the evenings until it is big enough to be my only job. Many thanks, really appreciate it. I do have a business set up, but I'm stuck and I don't know which direction to take it. I think your question's here actually. Just in case I have to watch a replay, I would like to know how to have a full-time job for a company whilst I build my business. Right, we'll get into it now, Tuesday. I would like to know how to have a full-time job for a company whilst I build my virtual assistant business. by virtual assistant business or a virtual business and be able to do both. I have known plenty of VAs do this. I've also known plenty of clients do it as well, where they're trying to juggle their full-time job with the business. Now, if you work with a one sourcer, it's easy to do that because you're just creating content. So that's something you can easily do in the evenings. You'll notice from the video that one sourcing clients don't have to work that much other than their content creation. So if you're coming from a client perspective, then for sure, you're going to have plenty of time to do that stuff if you're working with a one sourcer. If you're coming at it from a VA perspective and you're trying to build a service business on your own, then you start small. You start as a supporter. So you go in to start working with a one sourcing team, or you have like maybe one or two clients just, alongside your full-time business. And the way I structure one sourcing, the way I teach it, is that it's not time restrictive, other than you have to go in at least once every 24 hours. And that's pretty much how I model all the clients, all the one sourcing people, all the team that I work with. As long as you go in once every 24 hours and you can process the work during that time, then that's pretty much it. So it's not restrictive in terms of hours. You can work a full-time job. You can work it around the weekends and evenings, that type of thing. So hopefully that answers your question there. I don't know whether you're looking to do a VA business or some other kind of business Tuesday, but I think I covered all the bases. I hope I did anyway. If I didn't, let me know. So guys, are there any other questions? It's so lovely to see you all chatting away. Shan says, I'm amazed as always. I need to get my ish together though. What else? Tons of success stories. There's loads of people. You just go in the groups and you hear people all the time doing really, really well, particularly people who've taken my mentorship. And just to let you know, guys, I have another place available on my mentorship next month. It starts next month, which is completely aside from one sourcing, but it's about having me mentor you and create a unique business model for you, which is on virtualmissfriday.com/mentor. So if that might be your entry point, if you'd rather want to start working one-on-one with me and also in a group setting, then maybe the mentorship might be the best option for you, especially if you're somebody who needs a little bit of a kick up the bum and you're not like quite totally self-motivated or self-driven just yet. That would be a good option for you. Jenny, I'm looking forward. I'm hoping this is the Jenny that's with me next month in my mentorship, but I am so looking forward to working with you. We have a Jan next month. Shan says, how much is a mentorship program? It's 1697 if you don't pay by bank transfer, and 1597 if you pay by bank transfer. So it's pretty cheap, really. But that's basically the mentorship program, and it starts in September, and there's still one more place. But the pricing is on virtualmissfriday.com/mentor. I give a discount for bank transfer because it costs me less than in PayPal fees, basically. Cheryl says, would you advise a complete newbie to start off as a supporter? And if so, is it possible to upgrade to one sourcer? Yeah, you can start as a one sourcing supporter, get your feet wet, get a feel for things, learn what it's like to be on a one sourcing team. A lot of people come in and start like that. They start as a supporter and then they start working maybe with other one sources. I mean, people are posting jobs all the time in the group. I think actually Martha posted one yesterday or today, looking to fill a role. So you can start working in there as a one sourcer and then basically one sourcing supporter, and then basically you'll learn the ropes from the one sourcer, which is really good. And then I've noticed as well that other people who have come in and worked on my team or come in and, done one sourcing supporting often do get picked up by the one sources, different one sources as well. So they end up working on different teams, which is, an even quicker way to grow your business, really, I think. But yeah, that was basically it. So yeah, you can come in, start as a one sourcing supporter, as a complete newbie, learn the ropes, and basically start progressing on, you'll see how things function. You'll see how things operate. You know, you'll see about the different roles. You'll be able to observe in the project management systems how people are interacting together, how the interaction goes on with the client. It will set you up for becoming a one-sourcer for sure. Do you accept PayPal? Yes, for sure. If you're buying through ClickBank, there's a PayPal option. Otherwise, if not, you can contact us on support and we can send you just a PayPal link or a PayPal button. We're fine doing that too. Do you hire your VAs or are they associate VAs? I hire VAs. I don't know what you mean by that actually, Roxana, but I hire VAs in my own team and they also have their own businesses. So they're all independent contractors. Martha, Monique, and Megan, who I did the case study stories for, they all hire their own people. And I don't know if Monique's got a team yet. She might be able to share that with you. But I know Martha and Megan have team members that work with them who service their clients, and they also work with other clients. So everybody, it's based on an independent contractor model. So even though I hire VAs, I also fully support them having their own clients and building their own businesses. And there's been a lot of VAs who've worked with me who have come and gone over the years because their business has got so big and they've wanted to go entrepreneurial that they haven't been able to work for me as a supporter anymore or with me in my business. And I'm totally for that. There's a couple of VAs from, a few years ago who partnered up together, who were on my team, and they partnered up together and they started their own business as well. So it's amazing how it works really, but everybody follows their destiny in this model. It's a really beautiful thing. So yeah, I don't know if that answered your question, but I do hire my VAs. I hire them mostly from my one sourcing, because what happens is when I need someone, I post the job in my one sourcing area, or I would have worked with someone, interacted with them on the training, like Megan or Monique or Martha, and I will approach them and say, I like you, would you like a position on my team? So that's basically how it works. And they all have their own businesses still. Are they employees? No employees. I'm 100% independent contractors. I do not hire any employees, apart from one who is my husband. I actually have him on an employee payroll, but only because it works out better for us for tax purposes. So I don't want to lie to you and say I don't hire anyone or employ anyone. There is one person who is my husband, who I hire, and he does a great job, by the way. So he's also sort of part-time childcare, part-time in the business, part-time lover. So do we have any more questions on this? I do also, another thing to kind of think about or, take note of about one sourcing is that there are, people who kind of work with me part-time hours, and I do have people who work with me full-time hours as well. So although I consider it full-time hours, some people actually have chosen not to take on any more clients and just exclusively work with me because there's enough work there. But that's not my choice, that's theirs. So, okay, as a one sourcer looking to hire a supporter, do they have to have done all the one sourcing training? No, for sure. Inside the group, I know that there are a lot of people just starting out who haven't completed all the training, but they're still being hired in one sourcing. For Martha, before her website was even built, and before she completed my course, she'd already got her first client. So, no, it's not necessary or essential to have completed all the training. You have to be able to put yourself forward and show that you can do the job for sure, or you're willing to be trained and there's someone willing to train you. But there's no rule to this. There is never any rule with anything. The only rule I have with one sourcing is that you do something you enjoy and everybody benefits from that. So I know from myself as well, I've also hired people who haven't done my one sourcing training, because when I go into the one sourcing training and I say, right, I need this, guys, there are sometimes people who don't have that skill, so I have to go outside. But that's just try and expand on that a little bit. Is there a payment plan for the mentorship program? And is this in person? It's not in person, it's online, digitally. I had a great time in Bali. I went to Bali this year in May and did some in-person mentorship with a colleague of mine, Daniel Grease, and that was amazing. We'll probably do that again at some point. We've definitely said that we want to do it. We've got no dates set or anything, but that might be next year sometime. But the actual mentorship that I'm doing next month, let me just put the link in the chat. I don't know whether anybody has. But I've got moderators on here. I'll send it. Moderators, could you put virtualmissfriday.com/mentor in the chat so you guys can go and check that out? But it's digital, it's completely online, it's a 4-week program. First week is group coaching. I give you a task. Second week we do one-on-one. That's intense. Some of the one-on-one sessions I did in the second week were like 3 hours long. So be prepared if you want to, we dig deep. And then the third week is again group coaching, where I present your business plan to you, specifically how to customize your VA business to your personal circumstances. This is highly customized work. And then the final 4th week, I tell you exactly what you need to do to get that business up and running. And then we have a 3-month accountability, where we can connect on one-on-one or in a group, 3-month accountability, and then I get together with you on a call, and then we do a final presentation of the business. The reason it's good accountability and mentorship is because if you haven't done the super achievable plan that I give you at the end of the 3 months, then you don't get the call with me. So it's that extra push and that extra incentive to say, right, I'm going to invest in 3 months later coming back to you and making sure your business is set up and running and we're ready to market it. And then we talk about marketing strategies 3 months later. So if you haven't done that, if you haven't put the work in, there's nothing for me to tell you. There's no marketing strategy for me to give you. So it's good for accountability. Okay. Do you have or know of any? There's no payment plan for the mentorship, but I will say this: we have actually split it up in the past for people, but it's only ever like one payment and another payment like a couple of weeks later, for people waiting for money to come in or something like that from a job or something. But generally, it has to be paid in full within a month. Or before, usually it's before the mentorship starts. It starts in the first week in September. Tuesday. Hi again. Do you have or know of any VA positions available that I can apply for, please? Usually inside, there are often people posting inside my free VA community. Guys, mentor, sorry, you posted the mentor link. I'm reading that. And moderators, could you please post the link to the free Facebook group in there? It's facebook.com/groups/the VA Academy. There are often a lot of business owners as well as VAs posting in there for various different jobs. Like I say, I think Martha posted one, but I'm not sure if she posted in the Outsourcing group actually. So it depends what you do, but we often get people in there. That's a really good place. There are other VA groups that you can try and join. Maybe other people are posting in there. I tend to focus on my own group, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think that's a good place to start. Put yourself out there, basically. But go into the free group. Oh, awesome, thank you. One of my moderators just posted that. Yes, and the Outsourcing Facebook group. I exclusively post any jobs that I'm hiring for in my Outsourcing Facebook group, and also my mentorship group, my Intensive mentorship group. So if you're in the Outsourcing or the mentorship, that's generally where I post, because those are the people that have done my training. But if I can't find anyone in there, I'll look elsewhere. Okay. Just a quick nose wipe. Is there any other questions or anything that you want me to elaborate on? Anything you don't feel that I've answered properly? Yeah, Megan says it's already good to already have people who are familiar with the Outsourcing training, particularly the setup. I know for a fact that there's a lot of my team members hiring other team members within my team because they just know how it all works. So that's quite cool. Plus my team is pretty awesome. Yeah, Tuesday, take a look at the groups. So do we have any more questions? Anything that I can help with? I'm here at your disposal. I know that we're coming up to just after an hour and a half, so this is the final call now. Tanya said, I've had a lot of people in VA industry advising that it's better to have a niche and be an expert in one thing. What is your take on this for the one sourcing as a supporter? If you're doing it as a supporter, this is all one scenario where specializing in something specific in a role might be more advantageous. Like you want to just focus in on customer support, or you want to just focus in on website development, or you want to just focus in on even project management. I have a role that I developed in this last few months called a client progressor. So I basically have someone just kind of moving things forward with the client for me, and keeping me informed and up to date of the things that I need to jump in on and need help with. I'm much more strategy based now. So I need these people on my team to help me. So if you want to specialize in a particular role, and if you've been in the one sourcing program, you'll know I outline the roles that I particularly use in my business: content creator, customer support rep, VA, personal assistant, etc., graphic designer, web developer. If you're a supporter doing those roles, you'll do really, really well because you focus in on that one thing, and then you kind of have your patch on the team. So that works really well. But if you're going into one sourcing, I would say it's definitely a good idea to try and get a broader knowledge, particularly for those two areas where we're going to focus on the income strategy and the operations. So I say it's good to have a broader knowledge of systems, those specific systems that I taught in the webinar, and a good kind of broad knowledge on income strategies online, which you would learn inside my one sourcing consulting. And I'm also doing an event next month in Portugal where I'm going to also be introducing the strategy, and as part of the workshop that I'm running at DNX Global. Moderators, can you put dnxglobal.com in the space? So if you want to come and meet me at dnxglobal.com in Portugal next month, I'm going to be there on the 7th, I think. Then you'll be able to attend my workshop on membership site models for clients. Okay. Thanks, moderators. Right, are we done? Oh no, wait a minute. Does what the supporter earns vary according to their job? Yes. It depends, first of all, on how successful the one, sorry, that's the wrong word. I don't need to say that. It depends on how much the one sourcer charges their clients as to how much they can pay the supporter. Usually my absolute maximum to pay a supporter is 50% of what I charge the client, because I have all the overheads of the business. I have all the marketing. I have to pay for all the training. I have to pay for all the systems. You know, that is completely eliminated from a supporter role. All they do is show up and do their thing. So in order to make the business profitable for a one sourcer, they have to be paying the supporter about half. Now, some one sources will factor in more for things like technical support, or those more kind of roles which require more kind of experience. Let's say, for example, a website designer or a developer at a certain specific system might be considered more specialized than somebody who does Facebook updates, for example. So in accordance to the role and how much the one sourcer is able to pay you to still maintain a profitable business, you'll get paid different across different roles. So you'll often find that is the case. But again, it really varies on your experience, on whether you're new, on how much training is required, on how much input the one sourcer has to give as part of their process, on how much they have to pay someone else to train you and things like that. So it does vary. But it doesn't vary according to the task. It varies according to the role in one sourcing, the way I teach it then. It's not like I say to somebody, one person, I'm going to give you £10 an hour for this and £20 an hour for that. And if you do that, it's £30 an hour. It's just, I have a rate that I pay that VA who works with me as a supporter. And that basically goes with their role. I hope I explained that okay. Right, guys, I think we're going to top this off now. I've had so much fun, and I want to thank you so much for sticking around with me. If you want to take this opportunity, the link is on the screen right now before I close this down. If you have any questions, I just want you to know that we fully support you in those. You can contact me on support@virtualmissfriday.com. Somebody in my team, it might be my husband Dale, or it might be my PA Caroline, will respond back to you to answer any questions that they are able to answer themselves, or they'll refer it to me if there is something specific that I need to answer for you. But you've had so many opportunities to be able to take me up on this offer. I hope that I've delivered a great deal of value today. I hope you can take this away with you and really apply it. And I hope I've given you some food for thought as well to maybe approach virtual assistants in a slightly different way than you may have thought that you originally were going to. So thank you so much, guys. It's great. Thank you. It was a real better. Sorry that tissue thing experience was terribly unattractive, but you know what it's like, guys. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Awesome. I'm going to bid you farewell. And please, if you need anything or if you want to ask me anything, please don't hesitate to contact us on support. And we'll be happy to help you. Take care.